Good evening. This is Miss Jill Louise Starr, and I'm glad that you could join me tonight because I'm going to be discussing a very important subject as to why an Al Qaeda agent operative bought his ticket to fly a plane into the Twin Towers and enact the terrorist attack against the United States on 9/11 on that fateful day at my former college, William Patterson University of New Jersey in Wayne, New Jersey, United States of America. By now, most of you that have lost loved ones or have conducted serious inquiry into 9/11 and what exactly happened that day would know by now that one of the Al Qaeda operatives bought a ticket to fly a jet into the Twin Towers at my college university library. And I wanted to discuss that. It's interesting to me that about 15 years ago, I graduated William Patterson in 1997, so I started there about 1993. Within that time period, between 1993 and 1997, when I graduated with full honors, I took a class which I didn't do very good in, called social deviance. I studied sociology. It was given to me, the professor was a probation officer named Miss Barbara Danko, D-A-N-K-O. I hear she might be still working down in the Patterson-Passaic County Probation Division somewhere as a big top manager, position she hardly deserves. First of all, this lady is one in which no love is lost between the two of us. She kept me from seeing my two children for over 10 years by saying that I was a danger to their lives because I was going to psychiatric therapy because of my divorce and losing my children. I think any woman would be upset and have to go to therapy. Anyway, she kept believing my ex-husband. She gave me no visitation right, no phone rights, no letter, no I was not allowed to write them my children letters, and I didn't see my children for over 15 years, and they were brainwashed by my ex-husband, Mr. Andre Chapman. Now we're on good terms, me and my children, after so much time. I saw them for the first time in over 14 or 15 years when they turned 18, which was about a few summers ago, and they sought me out. They were only living 2 towns over, although I never knew it, thanks to Miss Barbara Danko. Anyway, that's not why we're here. What's most interesting is when I took that class, Social Deviance, from Miss Danko, she gave me a C- or D, a very bad grade on the paper I wrote for my final exam, which was something bad is going to happen at this university. There's going to be a terrorist attack, serious white-collar crime, or something if the university does not immediately start using some identification in the computer rooms and the libraries, wherever people can access computers. I wrote the paper stating that there has to be cameras, there has to be identifications. People just shouldn't be allowed to just walk in and use this equipment without being identified. And that's exactly why an Al Qaeda agent bought a ticket at William Patterson University in Wayne, New Jersey. He just walked into the library, used the computer, purchased the ticket, bada boom, bada bang, signed himself in and out of the computer, left it, and that was it. He went and picked up his ticket. When I wrote that paper, Barbara Danko thought it was a terrible paper, and she gave me a C-. I'm sure I still have it around on that paper. I'm sure she wanted to fail me because obviously she didn't like me, because she didn't think I should see my kids for over 15 years. What was most interesting is I thought the paper was a very good paper. I wrote, I warned the entire university of the imminent danger of their insecure computer lab facilities. In my term paper estimation, I warned the college and the computer lab and the library that the student employees should sufficiently identify all persons that enter the facilities to use the computer equipment, or else something horrible was going to happen one day, which it did on 9/11. When one of the 9/11 Al Qaeda agents actively attacking the World Trade Center Twin Towers bought the airline ticket at my former college by merely strolling into the insecure computer science facilities of college, buying the ticket, and, like I said, walking out. Inquiring minds would like to know, Ms. Stanko, if you're still working in Paterson, New Jersey as a manager, top gun at the probation department, why didn't you think that paper had any credence to what was happening regarding Al-Qaeda and imminent terrorist attacks, which occurred at 9/11 today? Also, during my studies at William Paterson University in Wayne, New Jersey, I had to call the State Department, and I also called the FBI during one of the intermissions of my class, because there was a radical Muslim in one of my class, and he told me that he was going to bomb the college. And this guy was serious. He wasn't fooling around. I wasn't fooled. I took him very seriously. I mean, I went to call the State Department in Washington, D.C., the FBI, this tried to do the CIA, all on a 10-minute break to tell them there's a guy in here, I don't know his name, but he intends to blow up this college. And, nobody took me seriously. The State Department said I'm just a nervous student. They hung up the phone on me. I called the FBI. They didn't even want to hear what I had to say. I don't even remember what was said that I was hung up on. I called Washington. I tried to get all the change I could to call Washington. There was no home security at the time, and nobody would listen. And you wonder why these types of things happen. Nobody listens. No one listened to Darko Trifunovich and I when we tried to tell the United States mission, the United Nations in New York City, that there were 2 Al-Qaeda agents working there right before 9/11. They were international arms traders for Osama bin Laden, and one of them had given Osama bin Laden a personal passport, an illegal papers to pass through Bosnia in 1993 when he was formally stationed as a diplomat in Germany. I mean, not Germany, in Italy, with full diplomatic capacity. You can ask Diplomat Scaraberry about that. He should know about that incident. He worked for the Bosnian mission. So you wonder why these things happen, because the U.S. government, they say they want tips. Home security wants community participation. If you hear or see anything suspicious, to let them know. But you know what? Whenever I did, and I did numerous times, and I have witnesses, diplomats that I worked with, that tried to give them State Department home security tips. They just hung up on us, or they said we were certain nationalists. In fact, I went to the Hebrew Society of North Jersey with information about Al-Qaeda operatives working at the Bosnian mission. I was shunned away from the president of the Wayne, New Jersey office of the YMHA, where I swam in the pool every day. I mean, they're wonderful people. I love them dearly, but nobody listened. And maybe that's why 9/11 occurred, huh? Maybe the U.S. government should open their ears and close their mouths and listen to people and not judge them. And even if you're going to judge whoever's calling you, you should at least check out what we have to say. And I also further want to say that when I was, I'm a pain patient, as most of you know, and when I was attending Shams, Mr. What's his name? He's from Pakistan. Shams Qureshi. He's been prosecuted, and he lost his medical license. He used to have a place called the Pain Center of North Jersey in Clifton on Main Avenue. Me and Darko Trifunovich, the Serbian diplomat, he brought me there one day, and they gave me prescriptions because they were in cahoots. They were raising money for Al Qaeda and Osama bin Laden. We saw they had flyers not only in his office to donate money to Al Qaeda, but also in his cooperative, associative pharmacy. He would write prescriptions that I could only get at the Shifa pharmacy. I recently saw a TV ad for Patterson on Main Ave. Now, me and Darko both can attest to the fact that they had baskets in there to give money in cash for a charity of Osama bin Laden and to give to Osama bin Laden at that pharmacy. Me and Darko tried to report this, and no one acted. And in fact, one day, me and a bishop of the Russian Orthodox Church, he had to pick up some medicine for Father Brendan, who is a priest an Ear monk that lives at the monastery near here. We pulled at the back, and I wrote an article about the Discovery Channel spiders. I actually saw one. They looked like the Discovery Channel like the show they did in Iraq about these huge spiders. I've never seen anything like it in my life. It was under a window, and it was about 12 feet in the back of the pharmacy, where they were trying to get donations from people that go to the pharmacy with me to support Osama bin Laden. I looked at it, and I can draw a picture of it. It had like a dark beak, and it looked like, and it had like a long type of tail. It didn't look, I said, this could not be a spider. I took a rock and I threw it. I hit the web, and the thing actually crawled. It was alive, and it was a spider, and it looked exactly like the Discovery animal spiders. I contacted Animal Control, the New Jersey Division of Wildlife and Safety, anything I could, but people just laughed at me. And I will take a polygraph test, and also Bishop John Lagu at the Holy Name Monastery witnessed it. He saw it. He ripped out of his car. I said, look at that. Watch it move. I threw a rock at it. He couldn't believe it. So I think the U.S. government and Home Security should open their ears more on this Janet Tano. I really think she doesn't even deserve her own job. I would be much more better at it. Thank you, and have a good evening.